Hi Aries, thanks for watching. This is a spiritual horoscope, so please take what resonates and release the rest. We'll get started with some runes and then we'll clarify with some cards. So let's jump in. What does Aries need to know at this time? What does the universe want to bring in for Aries? Okay, let's take a look here. There's multiple. So you've got Fehu. So with Fehu, that represents abundance. I feel like there's I think last week I actually mentioned like there's like the phase 2.0. So this is where like it's starting. Like you need to remain positive. This change is good. Like it seems like there was some doubt, but you need to trust it, that everything is okay, and you're going to rock it. Like this change was unexpected, but look, like there's still some positive that is going to come out of it. That's how I want to explain Fehu in this case. And you've got Urus. So Urus represents perseverance and patience, and like it represents like so many different things. Like the analogy I want to give here is, so Urus is actually like it's now extinct, but it was like an old ox. So this is where Urus, you can't force something, you can't force a situation, you can't force the ox to do something it doesn't want to do because it's so darn big. So this is where you don't force something, let it happen, but you need to have the patience and the perseverance to work through this. So this change that came in was unexpected, but there is positive that will come out of it. You may not see it now, but through the perseverance you will, that there is some positive. You've got Ansus. So Ansus is about looking for the universe, asking for signs that you're in the right direction. So, or I think maybe it was the reading in French for Aries, so Bélier, that there was a loved one that was wanting to come in. I think it was grandmothers that were wanting to come in. So if you're bilingual, watch the Aries in French, because the universe is trying to talk to you. I think this is multiple times that this is coming in terms of letting in that energy. Your loved ones on the other side are still with you every single day, and letting in that energy, talking to them. And it's like you need to have like a notebook. So write down a question, and the first answer, the first word that comes to your head, it's the universe giving you the answer. So writing it down, you can go back to it and see if you were right, and if things actually came out that way. So this is where it's like a muscle. The more you practice, the better you become and the stronger you get. But you need to let in that energy, letting in the universe, and it'll help you get through this situation and have that perseverance to keep going. And you've got Ingus. So Ingus represents fertility, but in the way I want to describe it here is with this unexpected change that's coming in, if you take all the necessary steps, that you're going to rock it, and you will be okay. But you need to take the steps, do the homework, and think of it like as a baby. Like there's multiple phases from a baby to then becoming an adult. And so with this change that came in, if you go through all the proper steps, that things will be okay in the end. Things, like, there is positive in this situation, but you need, like what Ingus is showing here, is that you need to take all the proper steps. Get one more. What does Aries need to know? So you've got Othala. So Othala, it represents inheritance, but in the way I want to describe it here, like we talked about how this change was unexpected, and so how I want to explain Othala is that like it's validating that this change that came in was unexpected. But it seems that, I think actually I said this a couple weeks ago, that you're getting answers, you're doing the homework to get some answers and base your decisions based on facts. So this is where this change that came in was unexpected, but you're doing all the proper steps. You're getting your answers. You're basing yourself on facts. There is positive, and like it's almost like I mentioned last week, there's the phase like 2.0, and then there'll be something else that comes out of it. Like there is positive, and so this is where there's then the phase 3. And we talked about here, like there's different steps to becoming, like from a baby then to becoming an adult. So this is where like it seems like everything you're doing are steps to lead you to like your grand finale is the words that came in. But so every step of the journey is giving you perspective, giving you time to learn and to grasp. The words that just came in is concepts. So then in the end, it's helping you in the long run. And this is where like there's unexpected changes that come in if you keep positive through this. And then it's like the universe will give back to you, but you need to stay positive through this. Let's go to some cards now. What can we clarify for Aries? All right, this one doesn't want to go back in. So you've got the armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. So we talked about doing, so it's with the perseverance here, there's also the boundaries in terms of, how do I want to explain it? Like there's so much information, so much energy coming in. I'm trying to like make sense of it so I can then explain it to you. So with the boundaries, it's being realistic with yourself and all the expectations to that, and being honest with the people around you, saying, hey, I can't get to it on this day, but I can get to it here. And this is where having that open dialogue, setting the boundaries is important. And then you also need to make sure you, once you've made that commitment, saying I can only get to it here, to actually follow through with it. But there's what, okay, let's keep going, and I'll try to make sense of the energy that's still coming at me. All right, let's take a look here. So you've got dream the world into being. So manifesting. So talking to your loved ones on the other side, letting that energy in. And look, you've got the abundance, you've got Othala, which is inheritance. So there's big things coming, but it's like you need to prioritize what you want. And like if you have like a list of all the things that you want, like write out like your dream situation. What do you want? And then take that list and stick it into your underwear drawer and watch how things manifest, because you've written things out. And then go back to it every once in a while, look at that list, and then just, it's like dreaming it into being. So because you're taking all these steps, we talked about how being positive and the universe will give back to you. Make sure that you're always giving the positive, looking at things from a positive lens, and watch how things will start transforming. You're letting the universe in, and the universe is all love on that side, and letting that in. It's like changing how you're seeing things. And like I'm thinking of the lizard, there's the chameleon, how it changes colors. So this is where I want to say, like, you're changing your perspective, you're changing how you're seeing things, and this is where things start manifesting. But you also need to have those boundaries. So it's like a balancing act, that you need to have boundaries. You need to set the right tone, so on a day-to-day things are still realistic for you, that you don't feel like you've taken on too much. But then have fun, dream. What do you want? Like, we talked about your grand finale. What does that look like for you? And then make that wish list, that dream list, and watch how remaining positive, letting in the universe, how it can come together in the end. And you've got the wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So we talked about with this change that was unexpected, that you're taking all the right steps, you're doing all the right things, and you'll see the positive in the long run. But this is where knowledge is power. Asking the right questions. When you've got a gut feeling that something doesn't feel right, ask the questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question, because knowledge is power. That you will be okay. And look, I'm now focusing on Urus. So this change, like we talked about, like you're in phase 2, and then there'll be a phase 3, and so on and so forth. But even in the days that are difficult, you need to, it's like at the end of the day, when it was difficult, find 3 positive things, and then that helps shape your mindset, changing how you're looking at things, because you're doing some positive self-talk, and that can be incredibly powerful. Make your dreams real. So we talked about like manifesting and putting that wish list together. What do you want? What's that grand finale look like? And then take all the steps to get there, because some things that may be on your wish list are actually attainable. It's not just like, oh, if I won the lottery that I can get all of this. There's will be things on your list that are attainable without $10 million kind of thing. So this is where like manifesting, making things a reality, so then you really truly have that abundance and that grand finale that you've always envisioned. All right, this is what I have for you at this time, and thanks for watching.